Alright, we are back again, guys, and in today's video, I want to talk about basically longevity, which most of my clients at a gym, more than 40 people, are all seeking, and that's longevity. For me, you have to understand something. What's the point of working your ass off every single day, putting in all the work to make that amount of money, and then not to be able to enjoy it? You know? I'm gonna give you a good example right here. Is a 60-year-old guy that I've been coaching for the last 3 years. A tremendous transformation, and most importantly, the impact that I had in his lifestyle and that he had in my lifestyle as well. Because it's a give situation, and that's the most healthiest one. And for me, it all started from the simple question: for how long are you planning to live? And how well are you living those years? And that's something that you always have to keep in mind. So this guy basically worked his ass off for more than like what, 40 years, saving money, unfortunately not paying attention to the food, not paying attention to what he was drinking. And believe it or not, he was drinking at least 10 cans of Coca-Cola Zeros a day, and not even water. So you imagine the consequences that it's gonna have in his body. And then when he came to me on the first day and said to me, "Hey, I'm looking for a body transformation, and this is my lifestyle, and this is how I want to do it." I straightforward told him that, "Hey, brother, all that you have been doing so far probably is not the best thing that is for you." And a lot of people think that they're not going to pay the consequences of their bad behavior for the last 20 years or 10 years or even 5 years. And I'll repeat it once again. If you've been eating very bad and drinking very poorly, you're going to pay the consequences of it. And that's something very important, as long as you tackle them in the early stages. Otherwise, probably you might look good, but in the inside, your organs might be failing. And I asked him this simple question: jump on a box. I told him to jump on a box or do me a sprint. He couldn't even do that. He looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, "Brother, you have generated more than millions of dollars and you're not in a position to jump a box. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for letting yourself down, even though you have made a lot of money. But in this life, it's not always about money. And this is why I always prioritize every single time is your health. Trust me, if you are broke and you don't have money, but you have a good health, you are rich. Because a lot of people that are the age of 50, 40 don't have their health with it because they have spent 20 hours working in the day, sleeping 4 hours a night. And I think you can see that there's a lot of good examples out there of people that are entrepreneurs that went out there, worked their ass off, and by the end of the day, they were not very happy and they were not living a fulfilled life because they felt very low due to their body and health. And that's something I really need you to understand, is that no matter what you're gonna do, your health is gonna be your top one priority. And for me, I've been fascinated about it. I've been fascinated about the idea of being able to work out and lift heavier weights until the age of 70 and 80. In the beginning, when I first started the gym, I was struggling. I was like, "Oh man," I felt really bad because I was going to an environment where not a lot of people were actually very helpful to me. So I felt very intimidated because of their physique, and how they look, how they talk, and that confidence. And at the same time, I was like envy a little bit, but I really felt that I was not belonging to that place. But I quickly understood that after the consistency, given like 3 months down the line, from hating the gym, now I start enjoying going to the gym and training. And unfortunately, at that time, I was very young because I started when I was 16. I didn't see any results, and I was like, "Oh man, I've been working my ass off for quite a while, and I still don't see any changes. How sad is that?" You know? And this is the journey, guys. This is the personal development journey where you're going to be learning every single day about your body. Because, I don't really trust in the healthcare system, especially about right now with the current politics that's been happening. But you have to be your own doctor. You have to be basically everything. You're a cardiologist, you're optician, your nutritionist, you name it. You have to be your doctor and your general doctor for the simple reason is that I don't trust nobody when it comes into the healthcare system. You know, I experiment myself and I've started this journey when I was 16 years old and I was like, okay, what is the best thing that works for me? I cannot go on the internet and start looking for things and applying other people's strategies that really worked out for them, but it didn't really work out for me. And that's something really, really, crushed me. Especially those like 5 days challenge, abs challenge, or the 1 month abs challenge. Well, guess what? I didn't see my abs. Well, that's the thing. And that's for me why longevity is the number one thing. And I've been going through this journey, traveling, doing a lot of research, and also learning a lot because we learn every day. I cannot be walking over here say that I know everything about longevity, but what I can tell you is that I know quite enough for me to be able to say that I could be living until the age of 60 or 70 in a very great physique and also in a good strength performance. So this is what has been fascinating me, and this is why most of my clients at the gym are all aiming for longevity. When I mean longevity is also good looking. So you want to look aesthetically good because when something looks good, that means it's going to perform good. And that's basic science itself as long as you are following the rules by the book and not eating processed food and not drinking shit to tones of like bad drinks. And also, it's all about balance. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and balance both for you to be able to have a fulfilling lifestyle. I'm not telling you that you're gonna be doing an extremely strong diet. I mean, it all depends on you and how much you invest, to be honest. Um, I got a lot of people that come to me and ask me, oh, but can I achieve this in 6 months? Can I achieve this in 8 months? Can I achieve this in 1 year? God only knows. The bottom line over here is that it all depends on how much you're going to invest in your personal development journey. This is how it should be. And working out, there's not one negative thing that came out of it. I made a promise to myself at the age of 16 that I am going to work out to work out in my life until the day I die. It could be weightlifting, hybrid boxing, all combat sports, hybrid trainings. For me, that's what it's all about, and that's what I am seeking, and that's what most of my clients are seeking to achieve is to be able to look good until the age of 60. And one of the most key factors that really helped me a lot throughout this whole personal development journey, and especially those of my 40 clients that are currently at the gym, is fasting. Yep, that's it. That's one of the little secrets that I apply to every single person that comes to my training programs is fasting. It's time for you to cleanse up that body because a lot of them they come to me with a lot of issues when it comes down to the food, a lot of like sleeping problems, food problems, drinking problems, and the number one thing that I always say, fasting, fasting, fasting. Why? Because we need to cleanse this body out completely. And what I mean about longevity as well, I mean also about productivity. Productivity boosts up very quick when you are aiming for longevity for the simple reason is that everything that you're going to be doing for longevity are going to automatically affect your productivity because of the energy levels. Everything that you're going to be seeking in longevity is going to help you going to help you to maximize your productivity, and that's what is the most important for me. So fasting has been a game changer to every single person that I've been coaching so far, and to be honest, it's a lot of crazy transformational changes in their body, not only in their body but also in their mind. It had fixed this eating disorder thing. You when you start seeing like you haven't been eating for like just imagine this, you haven't been eating for like let's say 12 hours, and then you're like really hungry and you're like, oh my god, I'm super hungry, I really want to eat something. Do you rather go cook a very nice meal in your house, or go to a nice restaurant and eat something very nice, or go get me some junk food? And then what happens throughout time is that you slowly gonna understand that you want, when you're fasting and you're putting your body through this fasting window, you really want to eat what you want to eat, but quality food. And that's where the eating disorder gets fixed. And this is kind of really gonna the fasting is gonna really affect your psychology level, for you to be able to really make the wisest decisions, and the better calls regarding your food and what you are drinking. And I there's one guy at the gym, where beautiful, amazing guy, and he said to me something that really touched my heart. I mean, he's been a heavy drinker of alcohol, and he's been, for years, from where he's from, alcohol is basically present at a really early ages. And he said to me, I've noticed something very important in my family, Azer. And what I've noticed is that when I stopped drinking less, completely alcohol, well, I mean, not completely, but sometimes he goes and go on these cycles when he stops completely drinking. I mean, he's like, during that time where I was completely sober, my sleep got better, my food got better, I stopped feeling very good about myself and all that. But most importantly, my daughter was listening to me. And this is something that really touched my heart, because it's giving me goosebumps even right now. When he said that, it's because, he projected a picture to his children that he is not a serious person, because he is not prioritizing it, and then he was drinking, so nobody was really taking him seriously, especially as a father figure. You occupy a very, very important role in your household, and you are leading by example. You know what I mean? So when he said that to me, and he said that, Azer, this is the first time in my life what I've noticed, when I am talking to my daughter, she starts to listen to me more, respect my opinion, and actually do follow what I say. And this is why I do what I do, and this is why I love what I do, is to be able to have a sort of impact in people's life, to be able for them to say this sort of stuff. And for me, it gives me goosebumps even right now talking to you about, because to see that it has brought so much positivity to his lifestyle, man, this is what we live for, and this is why I do what I do. And for me, it has given me a good and deeper understanding of people's problems: alcohol, eating disorder, psychological issues as well, and also relationships and behaviors. And when you're really gonna start understanding that, as soon as you're gonna start taking care of yourself, you're gonna be able to take care of everything outside. You're gonna be able to give the best version of yourself to every single person that you care about, that you love. Because think of it this way: if right now you have children, or right now, or you in your family, and then you start having a health issue, you're gonna start becoming a burden to your family. They're gonna put their life on a standby to be able to take care of you. And that's something that I've experimented for 15 years with my mother, due to, unfortunately, a neurological disease, Alzheimer. And for me, I have witnessed that it has taken a toll in our family completely. We couldn't focus on our personal life because we really loved her a lot. We really wanted to provide for her. Unfortunately, she passed away about a year and a half ago, but it is what it is. And for me, when I saw how it had an impact on us, on the family, I really wanted to say, like, ah man, I really don't want that for my family. Unfortunately, there are things that are not in our hands. There are things that are genetically, unfortunately, transmitted or already present in our bodies, as like, Parkinson, Alzheimer's, stuff like that. But at that time, I understood one thing. And there is a good old saying in French that say "Mieux vaut prévenir que guérir," which means it's better to warn you than to heal. And for me, that really was a game changer for myself. I was like, okay, listen, The things that are in my hand, I'm gonna worry about them. The things that are in my hand, which is health, what I can basically do every day to really try to minimize the risks of having this sorts of issues or this sorts of diseases in my future, or at least postpone them. So I'm gonna do my duty to be able to take care of myself, to not replicate this sorts of situation in my family when I'm gonna have kids and all of that in the future. When you're gonna get married, when I'm gonna get married and all of that. So that was a click in my head, and I was like, man, this is what it's all about for me. This is I understood really quick that health is the most important thing, because it does have an impact in all of your entourage, in all of your entourage. And that's why you really have to start prioritizing your health, and also all the benefits that come afterwards, after that, you know. When you're gonna start taking care of yourself, you're aiming for longevity, taking good care of yourself. Guess what? You're gonna start looking good. And and I can bet you not, when you put a $20 shirt on you, you will still look good because you have $1 million worth of a body, if you know what I mean. And that's something that nobody could buy. All the super rich people could not buy a super jacked healthy body. And it changed completely. It changed my relationship with people. It changed my relationship with my loved ones, and it also have changed my relationship with myself, because I made a simple bet. I bet on myself that I'm going to do it. And that's something that is a little bit of a Russian roulette, I would say, because there's nobody else to blame besides you if you don't achieve what you're aiming for and what you're trying to become. And for me, that's why I pursued this path of personal development and entrepreneurship, because I knew that the only person that I'm going to blame is myself. And guys, that's the reason why you should always aim for longevity, and that's why you should always aim to go for at least four times a week, or 3 to 4 times a week. In the beginning, take it easy, slowly, but get into this rhythm of going to the gym and taking care of yourself, because it's going to have tremendous changes in your life. And guys, I really hope that you understood something out of this video. And then, if you're looking for an online, if you're for a coach to assist you throughout your journey, and I know it's hard, just drop me a DM. You can contact me directly. We can sit down, talk, and see how I can help you to get to your goal. And obviously, welcome to the rest of your life, because working out should be something present for the rest of your life. So thank you for watching this video, and guys, be nice, be kind, treat people like you want to be treated, and I'll definitely see you guys next time.